Okay, what's up everybody? How's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansgreat here. Let me know if you can see the stream and if you can hear my unwell, sick voice today. This streamer are sick today. Yes, welcome to the sick stream. So before we get going, yes, obviously as you can hear, I'm pretty unwell. When I say pretty unwell, actually, this is me kind of on the mend. I've been sick for like 4 or 5 days. It hasn't been, I would still class it as more of a cold. It hasn't been like a flu where I've been in bed and unable to do anything and completely out of it. I've been okay. I've been up and about, like doing everything I usually do. But yeah, it's been a bit of a bad few days. It's just that time of the year. It happens. I tend to not get sick too often, thankfully. I'm lucky with that, and especially like serious flu where I'm completely bedridden. That's like once every 5 to 10 years for me. So thankfully, I'm fortunate when it comes to that. But for today, I did not want to put the stream off because, well, when it comes to actually playing, I'm very much up for playing the session, and maybe commentary-wise, I have to take things easy. I have to spend a bit more time kind of like muting the mic track so that I can have a few nice loud beefy coughs to like clear the system and that kind of thing. So it's not going to be like a completely usual commentary thing. I might chat a little bit less, so if I don't interact with the chat as much today, I apologize in advance, but I need to try and see if I can kind of preserve my voice for 3 hours or so while we tackle this next session. I've got like some nice honey peppermint tea, trying to sip some of that as well, just keep things moving. So you might hear the odd little slurp here and there of tea, but it's just going to be one of those sessions. And I guess when you get into the streaming world, that's what happens sometimes. You can't always have like the nicely polished kind of perfect sessions, and so this is going to be one of those streams. But in terms of content and what to expect, is going to be a pretty intense one today. So more intense than what's going on with my immune system. Let's just put it that way. At the end of the last session, we had quite an interesting fight against Evre Altana, and we finally managed to win. It took a lot more attempts than I maybe thought, and of course it was the whole thing where I finally committed to setting up Auto Potion for Waka, and then we ended up winning with the RNG that we needed anyway. And so what I said was that I'm basically going to reload, like I'm going to sort out the save so that I get to keep my like uncustomized thing here. And so I've taken off like the customization I did last time, the Auto Potion thing. So got rid of that, and yeah, we should be ready to go. I basically used 2 Phoenix Downs, and I think the rest should be good to go. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to continue things here. We stopped it here because I knew there was obviously the cutscenes on the high bridge first. And so we're going to kick things off with those cutscenes. And then obviously we have the high bridge to get through. The encounter rate isn't terrible, so there shouldn't be too many fights to do. And I think depending a bit on RNG and which one of those fights pop up, it'll be either easier or more difficult. And then we will get to Seymour Natus, which is going to be easily the biggest showstopper so far. Evre was very, very dangerous, and it could have been a potential run ender, but we managed to find our way through Evre. But this one is just going to be yet another step up, and it's really going to start to push us to the absolute limit, and we're really probably going to have to start asking questions about what restrictions are we going to have to start giving up in order to be able to make progress. Because so far, on this like crazy no sphere grid, all enemies auto-hasted thing, we've not really had to drop almost anything at this point. I mean, I still haven't used any underdog secrets and things like that, so we still have a few more levers we can pull. But I think once we get to Natus, we're going to really have to start messing around with things and dropping some stuff to see how we can actually try and make it pass with as few restrictions dropped as possible. So that's what to expect. As I say, my voice isn't doing the best, so I might not be able to commentate as much as I normally do. I think it's just instinctive. I probably still will as far as I can. Because that's just how I'm used to doing things. But if I am a bit quieter than usual, apologize. And so with that, let's kick things off. This is a safe zone, but we can now move forward and get going with some of the cutscenes, and then make our way through the hybrid. So thank you everybody for joining me once again on this sick day stream. But hopefully we have a good one, and maybe, just maybe, if we can get through Natus in the stream, I'll be absolutely delighted. If we somehow find a way through, That would be amazing. So let's do it. Nice, like, chill swim through the rest of this to start. Yeah, Natus can be cheesed rather easily, but again, that's where we start to look at our restrictions, where, like, if you want to mix stuff like Sunburst, that takes away half of Natus's health anyway, so if you can find a way to get 2 Sunbursts in, you can just straight up win the fight. There's definitely some stuff we can do. So I think we can get past him, but it's going to be a bit of a at what cost kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the deal. I kind of forget how long and slow this section is if you don't have speed up. Just gives people another minute or 2 to get in. Are there any mods involved? It's the vanilla version of the game. The main mod is that every single enemy that you face, like every random encounter, every boss, they all have auto-haste. And because they have auto-haste, you can't slow them back down because it's auto, and you can't like delay them and stuff as well. So basically that's the situation. It sounds simple enough, but it really does radically change you know, a lot of things. And especially since I've been sticking to no sphere grid this whole time as well, so my characters have not leveled up at all, it's been mega challenging, and we will hit a wall eventually, and maybe today, we shall see. Okay, let's go. So I'm going to be silent through all of these scenes and stuff. I already need a little break.
Uni! You're alright? We were so worried. It's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Keenock.
Why, you?
I have saved him. He was a man who craved power. And great power he had, but he feared losing it. Trembling at unseen enemies, he spent his days scheming petty schemes, chased by his fears, never knowing rest. You see, now he has no worries. He has been granted sleep eternal. Death is a sweet slumber. All the pain of life is gently swept away. Ah, yes. So you see, if all life were to end in Spira, all suffering would end. Don't you see? Do you not agree? That, Yuna, is why I need you. Come, Lady Yuna. Come with me to Xanarkand, the lost city of the dead. With death on our side, we will save Spira, and for this, I will take from you your strength, Yuna, your life, and become the next Sin. I will destroy Spira. I will save it.
You're totally nuts!
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant. Very well. I will give you your death. You seem to want it so.
Run! Protect Yuna! Go!
No way! I'm fighting!
I said go! He's a guardian. Protecting you is everything.
Orin!
That's right. We're all guardians. Yeah, and you know what that means? Yuna, anywhere you go, I'll follow.
Anywhere I go?
Yeah, anywhere.
Well then, let's go!
Hey, Kamari! Leave some for us!
Hey, wait for me!
Me too!
I'll go too.
God, I love that scene. I love that scene. The defiance. And just like Orin, he's so pleased at the end to see the way that everyone's kind of defied him and they're running in to save their friend. I love it. Just one of those scenes where I think a lot of things kind of come together in terms of the party dynamics and stuff. Brilliant. Okay. Let's put our save in. Because we are probably going to die here. Okay. So, good news is that we now have this guy. It's going to be useful. How far into the stream before we hear the famous Burke line? Honestly, I didn't realize that was a famous line. I guess the audience kind of decides what are your famous lines and what aren't, but not sure. I feel like that's bullshit. It's probably one of my more famous ones. There's always some kind of bullshit going on. Yeah, he has no fire protection though, which kind of sucks. So I think we get back to this kind of setup. Every stream we get an honestly. Interesting. See, it's one of those things you never notice. When enough people watch you, they pick up on things that you would never notice yourself, you know? Honestly, I had no idea I'd do that. Alright, let's speak to this guy.
You're quite popular these days, eh? Anything you want, I've got it.
Okay. Now, I think we're pretty stocked up, to be fair. Only thing again is... let me quickly look at something. I've already got my ultimate companion guide kind of at the ready. I just want to quickly check Seymour Natus like before I even go in. I'm just trying to remember if Stone Ward was helpful in any way in this fight. If I had to guess, I would say no. Does it drop it to 50%? It might drop it to 50%. Just give me a minute. Let me find this. Nah, okay. Petrify is infinite percent, so it doesn't really matter. Fine. I don't think we need it. Stone Ward's not really going to help. I think distillers we could use for mixing, right? So we already have some. Okay.
Traitor or no, Lady Yuna's always been a friend to a walker.
Thank you, Owaka. Hey NG Plus, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, I think we make a run at this and see how we go. We literally have 3 evading counters now, which should help. Honestly, it's the fire that's the biggest problem. I think Orin remains kind of invincible here, other than the cannon guys. Yeah, maybe not good to hear me today. My voice is terrible, and I'm going to be constantly, like, slightly coughing / sipping stuff. But it's just that kind of session today. Okay. Road to Seymour Natus.
You with us, Orin?
I am a guardian too, you know.
I think this is one where Auron basically solos this anyway. Purifying Salt might still be worth the steal. I'm pretty sure Auron's got fireproof, so he just survives here anyway. Let's just speed this up now. These fights are going to need to be sped up because they're going to take a long time. Just have to make sure we don't leave this guy till last, which won't happen because Auron will just attack anyway. I think when it comes to like prepping overdrives and stuff, let's just get to the save and then we'll see. So I think here we can literally turn on auto battle. This is the kind of stream I need today. Just kick back, put auto battle on. Let the game do the work. Yeah, definitely it would, yeah. He'll get it either way. Like he's already halfway there, even from Comrade from like future fights. Okay. I think from here on it's still procession. It will take a little more time. But I mean, how tedious is this if you didn't have speed up? Crazy. Oh no. Yeah, no book, please. All it's going to do is just make me self-conscious about everything I say now. I'm going to be like, oh god, should I stop saying this? Do I say this too much? Should I start speaking differently? As I say, thankfully the encounter rate here is pretty low, so I think we shouldn't be facing more than 3 or 4 fights on the road to Natus. Just gives us time to get ready. Get the viewers in as well. It always takes a good 45 minutes to 60 minutes to get people in. But don't worry, I'm still going to call out bullshit when I see it. I'll still say that's bullshit. And well, when you've been doing this thing as long as I have, you literally... the stuff you say shifts over time. Like there's certain words and phrases that you use for like a year or two and then it kind of just drops out of your vocabulary. It's kind of crazy, but when you've been at it for as long as I have, that shit happens. It's pretty fascinating. Yes, I do. This is a This Guy R6 stream today. Okay. So, yeah, Riku now has SOS Null Blade, so she'll be able to hang in a fight like that as well. The only problem comes again with the cannon, the Yak 99, whatever it is. Okay. Now. Can we get away with not using her overdrive? I wonder. I think the mechanic was that if we target it directly, we should be fine. Oh man. Yeah, if I get this wrong, I'll be in big trouble. But I just want to try. Let's just try this. So you can do that. Then I believe it won't do its like AoE attack. Yeah, and Riku will dodge that, but she won't be able to counter. Yep. Okay. Now. Let's do something like this. I think we should still be fine here. Yeah, so even though Walker won't kill it here, he'll just make sure it does a singular attack again. Yep. Nice. Right. And then from here, we're basically job done. Cool. So someone's going to get thrust kicked here, but it's fine. Unless they get multiple turns. Can they thrust kick like multiple people out of here? Is that possible? Are we in danger? I'm just going to escape like this anyway. Whatever. Just to guarantee it so we don't have to restart this. But I'm pretty sure we'd generally be fine. We'll try to balance out the HP a little bit. They kick 2 characters. Yeah, because it's 3-on-2, we'd always win that exchange anyway, I'm pretty sure. So we'd be fine. You didn't need to escape. They'll just, yeah, you'd have one of the 3 left. So these guys will... Oh, nice, there you go. Whatever, we roll on. Oh. 2 pieces of equipment. I want to see that. Oh, wow. What? Those are great drops. Ooh. Okay, I really got to make sure I don't mess up now. Alright, let's go. Oh shit, it's ×4. Come on. Ah. I think we're good. Again, this is another guaranteed win, so we've made it to the save. There's never really in too much doubt. I think we should be fine. Okay, we can try and get some steals in. Oh, Kane, don't remind me of that. That was definitely a low point. Yeah, the only way you can screw up is the cannon, depending on your setup. But fireproof and evading counter obviously will do most of the work. No purifying salts, unfortunately. Oh, or Unlearned Dancer. Nice. I think just to charge his overdrive a little more. It's not the ideal way to do it, but we have quite an abundance of items, I think. Poor Walker. Come on, get one lucky steal. Yes! Okay. I'd say RNG has been on our side so far in this session. We need to do 6 streams more often. Alright, let's end this. I think I'll get Riku to speed things up a little here. We've still got plenty of items. Okay. There we go. Cool. Now, let's put this save in. The one thing that we did not do is we need to give Yuna a full overdrive too. I'm not beyond summoning in this fight. So I think we should probably do a fight where, honestly, I might just use Farplane to give her a full overdrive instead of just farming this. What's the point? Let's just get to the fun stuff. Let's see. Yuna, overdrive, max it out. That work? Yes, okay, good. Yes, I've got 1 Poison Fang left. Yes, I deserve a pass today. And well, I'd say overall in this run, I think I've done a pretty nice job of trying not to cut too many corners. I've been giving it a pretty honest attempt. There's definitely been some stuff where we've got the old far plane out or done some cheats, but I think for the most part, it's been a pretty... It's been down the middle, I'd say. We've done quite a lot. Thank you for the gifted membership, William. Appreciate that. And congrats, Dan. Okay. Now, where do we even start? This is the one we got from Altana. I think this is one of those fights that doesn't have much of a... Like, it doesn't really have an intro, so to speak. Like a long cutscene, so we can just dive in. We need to even see, like, how are the turns working out and stuff, so let's just have our first attempt here. This is going to be really nasty, but... I think you couldn't control the party here as well. I think it was Tidus, Yuna, and Kimari by default. I think these wards are unlikely to help, but... I don't think you can get preemptive here either. Sleep Strike, not going to be effective. Right, let's just go in. This is going to be really, really bad. Alright. Whew. Oh my god. Look at those turns. Good lord. Whew. Yeah. That does not look good, if I may say so. Yeah, the run's over, my friends. Forget it. As Oren would say, this could be bad. Okay, so what we know is that we need protection from ice and lightning to overcome the first 2 turns. Because if you only have one of them, it's not enough. The only thing, I think the only thing you can really do other than trying to tank or defend those moves in some way is to come in and throw something like a sunburst to immediately get him out of that first phase. So those are the kind of tricks that we're going to have at our disposal to keep it no sphere grid. So we pick these up. We can use that. But again, I'm going to just have a little look at things first. It's still very early in the session. We're going to kind of work up towards it. We're going to see what we can do with the defenses that we have first. And see where we go from there. Now, what if... yeah, this is not the right thing to start with. It's not smart. Yeah, with that one, it just depends on how the turns work. Like, can we still pull off something like that with the Auto-Haste mod active? Because we're still going to be taking a lot of hits. Like, we can try to tank it, obviously, but the multi-body is going to get a lot more turns as well. We're going to be taking a lot more damage overall, so it might not be as easy to pull it off. And we need to get it down to the break phase in the first place. So let's not think too far ahead yet. Let's just kind of try and take it as it comes. The one thing that you can come into this fight with is SOS Reflect. You could have spent some extra time trying to farm for an SOS Reflect armor, and that could have made a difference too. Because what's strange is that I believe there's no way for us to put Reflect on ourselves other than that SOS Reflect armor if we'd have picked it up. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? There's no Riku mix that gives you Reflect. And we obviously don't have Star Curtains yet. So you cannot put Reflect on anybody. Which is kind of strange. You know, like... Yep, there's no mix for Reflect. So it's kind of interesting, right? If you're lucky enough to get that SOS Reflect drop, I think it's from the mech in Beaconell, I did look it up earlier, then you could have Reflect kind of a bit ahead of time. But it's a pretty rare drop. Let's see. What if we mix some kind of null spell? I think it wouldn't keep us alive long enough to make a meaningful difference to anything. Yeah, we'd have to at least survive some of the openings. Yeah, the nulls are pointless because the AoE coming in first, you're right. Let's just see what kind of damage we're dealing with. I don't really remember too well at this stage. Let's have a look. We're certainly not going to win it on this attempt anyway. So Blizzard, about 300. Even that's pretty heavy. 1,200. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that's 2 of those. Okay. So we were fortunate to survive there. But here, the Auto-Haste is so powerful that even if we use an item, which is a quick move, we are still like nowhere near. Let me think. I think the fight's already lost in that sense, but yeah, she has lightning proof, but I guess we'll keep her alive for one more turn. Kind of not much reason. Yeah. And this is where you kind of start to get stuck unless you have the kind of protection that can keep you alive. Is it fire next or is it water next? So this is how you do poison cheese strats, kinda. Yeah, crap, I got the wrong one. Okay, fine. But that gives you a little bit of an idea. Okay, let's have another look at this now. So Riku, as long as she's like doing equipment swapping, she can get in quite fast. Okay, let's take another look at this. So we got lucky, we survived the first ice. Yeah, we need SOS Null, that's what we need. So what if we add a couple more SOS Nulls here. Let's see what we got left in terms of customization. I think we cover all of them like this, right? If we put Null Frost and Null Tide on here, Riku has all of them there. I don't know if waterproof makes a big difference. I forget, what's stopping us just staying in the elemental phase? Why do we need to get to stone phase? I forgot what the deal was. If he goes down through poison damage, he doesn't transition, no? Am I missing something? Yeah, so doesn't that mean that I could just cycle through elemental protections? Would that make a difference? Let me have a look at what multi-body does. What move is Seymour about to make? Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is they desync, I believe. I think that's what was difficult about it. Now I remember, I think the reason why that's tough to do is because I think they go out of sync. Let's test it anyway, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason it won't work. So let's just, for now, I want to just do... we needed these two, I think. Hey, this is not cheese. This is strategy, mate. This is high-level strategic gameplay. Multi keeps with Seymour if you get double turns. Yeah, I think it seems dependent on the sync situation. Okay. Maybe we just do this anyway. Maybe it helps. Alright. Yeah, can't change what Kimari has. I just want to try it again here. Okay. Let's see. Francisco, stop trying to get me to use haste. It's not going to happen. Okay. So we're starting with SOS Null Frost. So basically, I think I kind of need to, like, throw a grenade on myself here. Or, no, actually I don't need to do any of that because I survived the first turn anyway, so I don't need to do that. So, Poison Fang, we do this. Right, let's see how this is going to work. Okay. So, next we have Lightning. Kimari still being alive is insane at this point. What the hell? He actually survived. Did Seymour only do it once? Did I see that wrong? I was looking at the chat. So now is Walter. Yeah, he only did it once, right? I'm not going crazy. What the hell happened there? Is there a 1 or 2 there? Let me just quickly look at the P Birdman thing. If there are only 2 characters remaining, then multi-spell can still target a KO person. So it looks like Seymour has only casted his spell once. And that's the power of P Birdman for you. So that's why it was 1. Yeah, the Annabelle came in and mentioned it too, but yes, that's why that happened. So before I lose track, what's going on here? It was water next, right? I have to do this. I can't really do anything to help Kimari here. So it's like a valiant effort from him, but so now is where things get more interesting. We need to see if they just maintain... You see, look, for example, if you go down the CTB, you see Boss 1 acting twice back to back. And that's what makes it a problem. So for now, let's keep going. See how far we get. Nev, yes indeed I am, but when you have a job as great as this, you can make sacrifices and work when you're a bit sick sometimes. Okay. So, yeah, so this is the perfect example. You see what I mean? And that's why it tends to not be the best strategy to try and tank the elemental stage. Because now, obviously, we can survive Seymour's spells, but we won't be able to survive Multi's retaliation. And so eventually this sync gets worse and worse. And so let's say you covered 2 elements in a row, like you covered ice and lightning. They're going to be completely out of sync where, you know, he'll do lightning and then Multi will do fire or whatever it might be, and then it's going to be too hard to cover all of that. So this is kind of the issue here. There's no way to survive from here, basically. Yeah, Reflectors, that's another one of those things where while we were in Beaconell, we did spend a lot of time farming, but ultimately not enough time farming, because we could have farmed for an SOS Reflect. And that's another one of those things that I can obviously, theoretically, I can just retroactively put that in and just assume I did farm for it. Because if you're like properly mapping out this challenge, that's something that you'd probably want to get in advance for potential strategies. So I think it's definitely something I can investigate. Yeah, so I think surviving elementals is kind of out of the question. Yeah, no star curtains up until now. Can someone just confirm for me how you get SOS Reflect? It should be the mech gunner in Beaconell that has like a small chance of dropping one. I want to have a quick... Oh. Just wondering if there's any way we could like double Riku's HP so that she stays in SOS and is able to survive. Like if they go out of sync, she still survives the hit. I just want to have a quick look. Yeah, it's a shame Multi can't be magic broken. That would have been nice. Yeah, we're not getting auto-reflect. Basically, the only way you'd have reflect up until this point is SOS reflect. from that specific enemy. I think let's waterproof anyway. I just want to give this approach one more go. I mean, theoretically, again, we could have just farmed for more Arctic winds from Macalania. Just thinking, if we double her HP and work with proofs instead, could we make it happen? We could give her fireproof from the bomb cores we could have got at home. Our bed. Yeah, because I mean, she already has a lightning proof. We could also give her... Yeah, basically we tank Morty's attacks as a result. And well, we wouldn't take any damage from Morty anyway. If they're all proofs. For now at least, because I don't have them, I'm just kind of looking to see if I can double her HP and tank Morty's attacks. But if we gave ourselves like fireproof... Could we get bomb cores at this point? We could have stolen bomb cores from the bombs in home. So I think at this point we could definitely be making for... We can make proofs for all of them basically. If we wanted. I think that might be interesting, you know. I kind of like that. It's a nice middle ground of just like adding in some stuff that you just didn't steal farm for. That's kind of interesting to me. Hey Kari, welcome. Good to see you. We're trying to find a way to basically have Riku poison tank the whole thing just during the elemental phase. Yeah, the sniffles are mostly gone. It's just the violent, phlegmy coughing and sore throat at this stage, which I'm sure you'd all love to hear. But thankfully, I'm taking little breaks here and there. I'm just muting the mic and just like coughing for like 20 seconds to get rid of it, and then moving on. Yeah, because I'm thinking it's going to be very hard to bring it down to the break phase. And well, with the elemental phase, if I have the right protection, I literally take no damage from anything. Again, I'm trying to avoid sunburst if I can. Okay, so I want to just quickly give this another go. I'm going to put in a fresh save here. I just want to see, do we have enough time or opportunities to like double some HP, tank some stuff? The next thing we'll do from here is basically I'm going to hack in like bomb cores and a few extra Arctic winds and stuff. And we're going to basically try and make a set of proof armors and just see if that will basically get us through. Yeah, the first move is for free. Yes, that's CTV. Oof. Yeah, I think the problem is she's never going to get a second turn to heal back up. You only get one turn, and that's to change your equipment, like that's it. So you're always kind of stuck. Yeah, with this one you're just stuck playing catch up. So it would not work. Well... I guess I do get a turn now. To some extent. No. Yeah, without the multiple protection, like, you wouldn't be able to... You wouldn't be able to do anything. So yeah, we need to... I think I definitely want to look into this proof situation. Okay, let's have a look at that. I think that would be one of the, I think, like, cleanest ways to do it, where, honestly, like, the item-wise, it's barely anything that I'd have to farm, like, theoretically. There's just a few extra Arctic wins, and the bomb cores are very easy to farm as well. Like, it's not a particularly demanding farm. So let's have another look at this with what we have now. No, he doesn't, which is a bit annoying. I could probably change that in Farplane, maybe, have him equipped with that to start. Just to give us a little extra juice. Yeah, he should survive the first spell, you're right. Oh yeah, I need to reload the one save before this, I think. Not this one. Damn, the first hour's almost gone already. Exactly, Den. That's indeed, that is the essence of streaming such challenges. So I think what we do, I'm gonna start by starting to get my inventory set up here to experiment with some proof stuff. Let's just say we have 15 of those instead. Dragon's Girl. So we need to put in bomb cores. Let's hope that this doesn't break anything. Chaos Grenade would probably solve the fight instantly. Why is that? You mean in terms of basically trying to push him to the break phase? Because Morty would then absorb another 4k on top. You'd do like 11 or something. You still need to survive a bunch of turns at the start though, I feel. So you still need like some level of elemental approach, but I think you're probably right. I'm just curious about the elemental side of things. I feel like the tried and tested strategy is always just the tanking the stone, like the break phase. Waterproof. I swear I changed that. Also, like with Morty in Auto-Haste, is Yuna still going to be able to survive in the same way she would with a normal no sphere grid? Wouldn't she still be taking quite a lot of those, like, shattering claws and stuff? Would she be able to heal in between? Would she have enough time? Would she take double hits? That side of it I'm also not too sure about. I don't know if it's like a guaranteed win as soon as we go to break phase. Lightning proof is there, waterproof, fireproof. Okay. No one else has stoneproof. She could defend if she has SOS regen. Yeah, it would probably be enough, I think. It just depends how many turns, honestly. She has no SOS regen here. Can we even get healing springs at this point? How do we have SOS regen on her on an armor where she has stoneproof as well? Yeah, auto potion could be an option there. Yeah, I can't do that. Anyway, people are throwing too many ideas right now. Let me just stick to what I'm trying to do. We definitely have multiple ways to tackle this. So let me just start with what I'm doing. And not get too sidetracked by all these other good, but kind of potentially confusing ideas being thrown in. Now, yeah, I think in an ideal world you want lightning proof and then you want like a triple with the other 3 elements basically. I think that gives you the best chance. So what we do is spend some more of our hard-earned streamer credits here and basically shit, I already changed it. But what we did have was this guy. And we can change this as if it was dropped to Riku. We literally got it at the start of this session. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, in the past, I've had this crash the game. Far playing can get a bit problematic with this stuff. So if everything kind of just goes silent and blank, it's because the game crashed, but let me just see if I can do this. So bear with me, I'm going to mute the mic as well, give myself a little time to clear my throat and cough a bit and stuff, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, hopefully, with this setup.